I don't know why we don't pronounce it this way, but I love the English pronunciation of doctrinal. You know what they say? Doctrinal, all right? And then one time I was up in Chicago listening to some messages and taking some workshops on preaching. And the guy that was teaching there was a fellow from the Trinity Seminary, and he was a Canadian, and then he had been taught in England his education. And D.A. Carson's his name, and he'd always say doctrinal, all right? And you know me, if I hear something, I kind of like it, it gets stuck in my craw. So if I say doctrinal, you know what I'm saying, all right, a little bit later. But listen, even if his doctrine wasn't explicit, it was implicit, right? And he kind of sneaks it in here as well. Now let's never forget that the whole of the Christian life is a result of what we believe. So Paul, before he gets into his doctrinal sections, shares his heart. Because what we believe affects the way we live. And actually, this is illustrated for us in Paul's epistle, as well as almost every other epistle he wrote, isn't it? We get through chapters 1 through 11, and then what do we read in chapter 12? Therefore, by the mercies of God, because of the doctrine, here's how I want you to live, right? Or if we was to go to the book of Ephesians, we'd go to Ephesians 1, 2, and 3, and he'd share with us the doctrine, and then in chapter 4, what? All right, now I want you to live out what I just taught you. And so Paul's about to share some serious gospel, but before he does, he wants to get very practical.